on Christ I Am Disciple channel, and they stopped me from streaming, saying something about copyright infringement. I don't know if somebody reported me or if Warner Brothers tracked me down, but they tried to stop me from showing the footage of Henry Cavill, his Superman fighting Zod. I'm just going to get to it. I'm going to recap that really quickly with you guys. But first of all praise be to the Most High God. The Most High God comes first. I'm going to finish this off. Of course, all the information from that stream suddenly vanished. But thankfully, I have more than one channel, so we'll go through it with this channel. And hopefully we could get to finish it before it gets flagged down. All right, so we had the interview of Man of Steel, Lois Lane interviewing Superman, and we also had Lois Lane interviewing Superman with the Christopher Reeve version. Just a quick recap: the similarities, first of all, is that they both were sharing a table, as you can see here. Different conditions, different tone. Lois Lane was looking forward to interview Superman, and Superman showed up very late, and he still wanted the interview. Things about Superman: we saw his powers. We saw that he could see. He had X-ray vision, so both displayed X-ray vision. In Man of Steel, Superman could see through the one-way glass, and he could see what was going on behind it. And here in Superman 1978, he could see Lewis's underwear. And also in this version here, we find out that he's from Krypton. We find out that he's all about truth, justice, the American way. He always speaks the truth. In this version here, we see how strong he is. He just breaks the shackles. He's a servant to mankind. He surrenders to mankind. And he's delivered up to Zod. He's also very appreciative of Lewis keeping his secret. So I just wanted to do that quick recap there, because the next thing we were looking at was these Supermen dealing with General Zod. And in this version here, we saw that he crushed General Zod's hand, picked him up, and then hurled him into the ice blocks, and General Zod falls to his death, right? In this version here, we see General Zod literally say that either you die or I do, but this is ending in somebody dead. And while they're fighting, and then coming down to the last moment, General Zod is, of course, heat raying some human beings. He's trying to incinerate them. Superman's holding him back, but Superman can't stop him from incinerating them. And as a last-minute dish, as he realizes the humans are going to get burnt up, he snaps General Zod's neck, and General Zod dies, and he bemoans that. Whereas here, Superman is celebrated for killing General Zod, and in fact, inspires Lois Lane to punch Ursula off the ledge to her death as well. So both Lois and Superman kill General Zod and Ursula. And what's interesting about it is, of course, the Kryptonians, they lost their power, so they're not a threat to anybody anymore. But what's very interesting about this is, they're bad guys, so they got what they deserve. And you get the triumphant Superman theme. Dun, 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 right? While he's killing General Zod, right? Whereas here, we get a very lamentable, solemn theme, and the impact of Superman killing General Zod, something he's never done before, he's never killed before. And him bemoaning that fact and needing comfort from Lewis is a totally different story we get in Man of Steel. Now, for those of you who want me to play these videos, just so I don't get a copyright strike, I'm not going to play all of them. Hopefully I can play a little piece of them. So I'm going to play a piece of Man of Steel. I'm going to play a piece of Superman 1978, okay? So I'm just going to do little pieces of them. Hopefully I can do that.
You always told the truth.
Okay, so I'm going to go. Here it is. This is the moment where he crushes his hand. And after he crushes his hand, he's going to hurl him. Hey, it's really crushing his hand. So you can hear all the bones smashing in his hand. Jesus. Listen to the music. Triumphant. As he's about to kill him. He shakes his head and then just swings him away. And he falls to his death. Non tries to fly and he falls to his death. This is triumphant music.
He switched it. He did it to them. I mean, the lights were on out here.
He did
He was safe in there.
Hey, you know something?
She's gonna kill her now.
You're a real pain in the neck.
Superman laughs about that and then they hug each other. Crazy as shit. Just both of them just committed murder. That's murder, right? Right? But that's the best Superman in the world. Like, oh yeah, I feel a warm, fuzzy feeling. He won. You know, he tricked the bad guys and then he killed them. That's crazy. And you know, what's weird to me is watching these hypocritical fans out there speak about this incident right here I'm about to talk about. First, I just want to show you the first part. General Zod said this, okay? Listen carefully.
There's only one way this ends, Cal. Either you die or I do.
Right? Okay, let's just get to the part where he snaps General Zod's neck, right? Okay, here we go. Going back a little bit. Right, so General Zod now heat visioning the people, right? Superman's pleading with him. He says, "Stop! People are about to get burned up." He tells General Zod, "Stop!" And General Zod says, "Never!" And then he snaps his neck, right? He had to, right? And then you see him in despair. He's going to scream out in despair. Totally different. He really does value life, and he doesn't like taking a life. Clearly, right? Clearly. Okay, that's enough. I don't want to get a strike. So my point being, which is the better person here? Is it the Superman that he just throws General Zod to his death, and Louis Lane murders Ursula because they can't harm anyone, versus Superman, who has no choice because he's about to burn up. General Zod's about to burn up a family, right? Doesn't care. Told him, I don't care. And even before that, he was saying, man, I'm going to take all these humans you value one by one, because he believes Superman destroyed Krypton and his chances for bringing back Krypton, right? So he's on a suicidal, genocidal, revenge campaign to destroy every single human, like he wasn't going to do that before, right? And the thing about it is Superman can't stop him like he wants to. General Zod's a trained combatant, right? General Zod knocks Superman up into outer space, then knocks him back down to Earth, right? And if they didn't go through that building, Superman wouldn't have that opportunity to get that upper hand on General Zod and get him in that neck chokehold. The only thing I have is one critique I have of this thing, and I it's not really a critique, but it would have been better if this situation could have been done, okay? And that is, wow, okay, nobody's watching this right now, but anyway, they'll watch it later on. And that is that General Zod, the way how his heat vision was going was just too controlled. They made it too controlled. It should have been zigzagging because he was holding his neck like this, so that it should have been zigzagging. That would have made it even more dramatic. And Superman really, you feel like Superman really needs to just, and that's what I thought that, you needed to show that Superman wasn't in complete control of General Zod's neck. He was still fighting him, and therefore the heat vision's going all over the place. And it's almost zugging up the family. That would have been the most compelling. But, you live to learn. So anyway, my point being that when you consider what I just said, one, that Christopher Reeve's Superman is gleefully or triumphantly killing General Zod, who cannot harm people. He's now a human. He's lost his power somehow, some way. Don't ask me how. It's magic. It's not sci-fi, so forget about it. It's not realistically grounded or anything. So somehow, whimsically, Superman takes away General Zod's power with his in his Fortress of Solitude, tricking Lex Luthor into doing that, and then Zod is now powerless, and clearly he crushed his hand. He's powerless. Ursula's powerless, and what do they do? The first thing Superman does is throw him to his death, and then Lois Lane punches Ursula off the platform to her death. That's cool, people. You guys are making a big deal about Henry Cavill Superman snapping General Zod's neck. But Superman gleefully kills General Zod in Superman 2. Like, what's up with that? That's hypocritical to the max. So in my opinion, I know the tone of both movies are different. One is more jokey, more unrealistic, and the other one is much more realistic. And then, of course, that one is since the 80s, and it was a novelty, and people thought of Superman in a different way. But nonetheless, what I'm saying to you guys is that, having watched that, and this literature is out there now, you can't be like, who's the better person? The better person is Henry Cavill Superman, okay? Because he actually has a conscience. He really cares about people. He doesn't enjoy taking lives. He doesn't enjoy hurting people. This Superman went back to the diner and beat up a guy who beat him up before. That's not something Henry Cavill Superman would do, okay? You don't see Henry Cavill Superman beating up human beings. He just doesn't do that. Or people with just human abilities and strength. He doesn't do that. And that's what I like. Even when he was going up against Batman, he was hesitant to harm him. And I think that epitomizes Superman. I can't see how Christopher Reeve Superman measures up to Henry Cavill Superman. I'm sorry. And of course, it was many years ago and everything. The people who like that, they don't really necessarily like realism. And they're willing to allow the music of these movies to determine their emotions. They're not thinking, they're feeling. And because they're feeling, they go with whatever. But you have to think as well as feel. You can't, as an adult, you need to keep your head on. Otherwise, you just go down the road of perdition. Okay? So that's why I think Henry Cavill Superman, just off of those two clips, I think Henry Cavill Superman is the best Superman we have ever seen. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. I am Christ, I am Disciple. I know this is What You Need channel, but I had to do this to finish off this video. Some of you guys who were following me, hopefully you will still follow me and watch this video after the stream is over. If you have not seen the stream, I see people popping on and off, whatever. But I just wanted to share that. I think this is important. And so you can check it out on all the social media platforms that I put it up on. All right, you guys, have a good one. God bless you all. I'll try and put this out on social media when I can get the videos uploaded. For some reason, the videos are not uploading. I don't know why. But, this is the way how some of these things